How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. So we're hearing reports by some Bengals writers here that the Bengals are expected to ask Joe Mixon for a pay cut or they will be letting him go. Now, of course, all reports now, all rumors now, as Bengals fans, lots of rumblings and lots of expectations that they were possibly going to release this guy based on his production being well below league average these last couple of seasons, behind a very potent offense with a, up and down offensive line to say the very least. The big questions are, do we have some validity behind these reports? Do we think the Bengals follow through with this? I think they're going to ask him. I think you have absolutely nothing to lose. I think you ask him soon. You ask him before the draft. You ask him before the draft because if he says, hey, we take a pay cut, that affects, again, how much you want to draft a running back. I think you're going to go after one regardless, I think. But, you want to reach in the third round just in case you want to make sure you get your guy in the third. Or you want to see how a guy in the fourth might turn out if you keep Mixon for one more year. Or the fifth, going in that direction. And more importantly, what do you have to lose? Does Joe Mixon, is he really about this team? Is he really, again, it's his money, he gets what he wants, I guess, but is he really about trying to win? Is that the culture he wants to be a part of? Or does he want to, be glared at with these off-the-field distractions right now? And I think that's going to illuminate a lot across the league. If a team asks him to take a pay cut and he says no, you don't want to play it that way and pin it down that way, but that's going to be the perception. I think you look at it and say leverage-wise, it's a brilliant time for the Bengals to say, should we ask this guy for a pay cut? And again, I think he should take a pay cut because I just don't think he's worth that money. If you're the Bengals, I shouldn't say he should take one. It's his choice. He wants to take a pay cut, he can take a pay cut. It's his money, it's his career, do what he wants to do. But from a Bengals standpoint, I think he should take a pay cut. But here's the interesting dilemma for the Bengals. Let's say he says no. Let's say the Bengals go to the draft, they do not get the guy they want. They get a guy, but they don't feel confident they have a starting running back. Worst case scenario, you say, all right, did we fracture the relationship with Joe Mixon? Or can we possibly still use this guy this season? Will there be cap space to use this guy this season, move things around, make it work? Because you got to remember, they still do have some guys under cheaper deals, specifically that quarterback and wide receiver corps, where they can, find a way to make him work and find a way to make him on this team under that contract. And that makes you wonder, you wonder if that's a possibility still. Because if the Bengals, sure, you don't want to keep Mixon at that contract, but you also don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and not have a running back, right? But then again, we've talked about this before with Mixon's production these last couple seasons. There's 30 running backs in a league that were outproducing in the last two seasons, this dang near. So you have to feel good about bringing somebody else in, possibly, again, a draft pick or what you have in the system right now. And I think importantly, too, for the Bengals, this is just a new system compared to what Joe Mixon was brought into here to play with. You got Joe Burrow playing out of shotgun more. He's being asked to do different things. His role is not needed to be as big. And there's just so many moving pieces. So ultimately, it makes too much sense for the Bengals not to do it. It'd be one thing if he was a focal point of this offense, but it's not. Joe Burrow is a focal point of this offense. He's going to be the focal point of this offense for the next 15 years. He's going to be the reason this team wins or loses a Super Bowl. Joe Mixon's not. No running back is. I'm sorry to say it. Obviously, if you get a running back that's 2.5 yards per carry, fumble on a football time, that's going to make a difference. But I don't think anybody's going to sit here and say the Bengals need to bring in a stud running back to be a Super Bowl contender. It has been proven time and time again, year in and year out, that the running back position does not need to be highly paid to win a Super Bowl. If you want to go against what's worked, you want to go against the grain, and you want to be stubborn and say, no, we're going to run the football, sure, that's okay. Yeah, go and pay your running backs. Ask me how the Titans have done. Paying the running backs, thinking that was the answer. Nonetheless, though, I don't think he's gonna. I don't know, really. I really don't know the direction. Do we think he's gonna take a pay cut? You think he likes it here that much? I don't know. He's really enthusiastic with this team, and you wonder. We're gonna learn a lot about him, I think, and we're gonna learn a lot about this team going forward at the running back position. We'll see. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.